the only reliable healing comes from classes that have built-in healing.
No
Like
wonder
clerics and
cure
bards.
light wounds. Holy shit!
Yep.
Right? Yeah, that's what I was just working out. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah, you if you don't take a Healy class, you trade damage ability.
Fair enough.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They're really trying to push people to fucking play goddamn heal select clerics.
Well, clerics in 5e are actually incredible. They're really
Yeah,
cool.
that's the same shit they always say about bards and whatnot. Clerics.
Bards
suck,
are cool
bards
too.
suck.
Bards
No, they're
are
gay. They're gay.
Yeah.
bards in 5e are not
So
gay.
the guy who
Actually,
only ever
bards-
plays wizards.
Bards in 5e
Right.
actually
Okay.
can do incredible things.
I didn't say that they couldn't be effective. I was saying they're gay.
Oh, they're
They're
total
not
wankers,
cool.
but they're not. They're not.
It's
as
not.
a
Yeah,
class, they're not
and
useless
clerics
anymore. They're totally
and clerics
wankers.
have always had powerful shit going on. It's just nobody wants to be the fucking cleric because they're fucking lame. Usually, I played cleric briefly and it sucked. I'm not saying it
considering
wasn't
playing,
powerful. It's just
like a battle
Oh, so
cleric.
they have like the war clerics and stone clerics now that do a lot of cool.
Yeah, I was
battlefield
considering
control
playing
shit.
a
Nah,
battle
fuck
cleric,
that. Tempest
but-
cleric, max damage spells all the time.
I think that's
or
what I
Tempest
played.
cleric, which is like a war caster kind of thing. It's
Right.
like you're a plate wizard.
Yeah.
I think it was in Pathfinder. Something close to that. It was like a lightning kind of cleric kind of guy. I had
Mhm.
yeah, everything was
Yeah.
all electric themed.
Back in
Anyway.
3.5, there was a really cool lightning divine class, prestige class that I always thought would be neat. It didn't actually work that well, but the concept was cool. Like you were basically the fucking avatar of storms and shit. So
Yeah, it was whatever the equivalent of that was, or something like that.
yeah,
Anyway, you guys ready to continue on this dungeon
Yes.
crawl?
Also,
Rock
you'll
and roll.
notice in the items tab, I added some. I did some organizing.
I
And-
was looking at him earlier.
Yeah, and you'll see that that Thufus's box now has its own category.
Good.
I forgot
Thufus
to
box.
actually physically put the entry for Thufus in Thufus's box, but you guys like rolled him up in a pillowcase anyway, so.
Yeah,
right.
he's fine.
Just don't put him in my bag, whatever you do.
Then
I keep him with me. He's my personal Pokedex.
fucking Lily will end up turning him into some guy kind of goddamn like power source.
what up, my glip glops?
You're right. He'll just be a tiny verse. Fucking Power
Teenyverse.
What? Dumbass doesn't call it a microverse.
All right, but yes, so there in that you have the time in a bottle. You have a Losrin's Wardstone, which you have been using, and
Yeah,
If
the
anyone
danger
said-
sphere.
I'm not going to make you
Yes.
like take that out and look at it anytime you're like, "What's the Wardstone
Danger
say?" You can just look at it. All right, we're not gonna fucking nitpick about shit like that.
Cool. All right.
And then there's the mysterious ancient book in a strange language that you haven't bothered to look at yet, even though it's been here the whole time and probably incredibly helpful.
Yeah, right. What's an ancient language?
That I labeled as such.
Ain't nothing can read.
Yeah, if only we had someone who comprehends all languages.
I even have it
Yeah.
prepared. I remember now. Before we rested to come in here, I switched out Thunderclap or whatever for comprehend languages. Only I have now. I used my last first level spell to save Zerlon, so
Mm.
guess we'll never know what's in the book now.
Not
Sorry,
until a
guys.
long rest.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That's a shame.
Mm.
I'm real beat up about this.
You could still
Just
try
the worst.
inspecting the book.
Nah.
Nah,
fine.
I mean, I'm not that curious.
All right. Okay.
Fuck.
I cannot stand you people. All right.
That one's going in
I
the
noticed there's a closed door over here. I wonder what's behind it. Treasure?
I don't
Where's
know.
my other? I need a second giant ruby.
Look, I'll inspect the goddamn book.
Why?
You know
Get
what's,
away.
you know
Get
what's
away.
behind that door?
Why
Another
would your
book.
characters?
It's the same
why
book.
would your character?
Read the book. No.
Look. Your character wouldn't do that. Doesn't make sense. Stop metagaming. All right.
You can look at it. You can tell me what I can and can't.
Thomas is such a metagamer.
Yes.
I was
I'll look at the
being,
goddamn book because
I
we don't
was
have a better
being
read.
funny.
Mhm.
Appreciate my humor. Laugh at it.
There you go.
There you go.
That's all you get.
If you refresh the page, you'll see my player icon.
Let me refresh this page. Hopefully not ruin all the
I was
music.
gonna say I wouldn't have done it right then, but you know,
It's funny though. Hey, it
That's
didn't
on
fuck the
you.
music up.
English motherfucker.
All right.
Nobody speaks
I just
English.
Need to, I just need to zoom back in. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
English is for plebs.
Okay,
All right. So now what, guys?
so we have a couple more combinations we can work on. We've only tried 3, and there's
All right.
16 possible combinations. So
That's so stupid.
actually, there's
Math.
more than
That's so
16.
time consuming.
So let's
Do we have a
try.
welding torch
on-
maybe to just melt these doors?
So go on through the room, guys. Go into the room.
All right,
Alright,
and I'm already there, so.
And I'm gonna pull the stone off of 2, 3, and 4.
well,
Now
I'll
only
get back.
one will be depressed. I assume you just closed A.
Yeah, A is
A,
closed.
C, and D all close.
Ah,
So that means that B, E, and F are open.
No, B is closed.
He said
F is
okay.
closed.
They're all.
B.
Well, you can't
Where's
hear me
E?
because all the
What's
doors
E?
closed on me, but I just pound on the door. All the doors are closed.
So E's closed as well.
Yes.
yep.
Yeah.
So
Well,
everything's
but-
closed with 1.
I hope like 6 more oozes don't pour out into whatever room Steve's in. That would be.
I had that tiny thought in the back of my head, like put another fucking ooze in there, but then I didn't.
Okay, so everything closes when 1 is pushed down. So let's try 2 by itself.
So you take it off, nothing happens, and you put another one on 2, and the doors all stay closed.
Okay,
C.
I report this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try the same thing, but with 3.
So when you put it on 3, it definitely seems like something's supposed to be happening. There's the grinding and clinking of metal, but clearly there's either a catch in there or something is blocking this mechanism from engaging.
Okay. And now we try 4.
Same thing. It seems like it wants to engage and cause door movement, but it can't. It's like a gear is slipping over and over again on something that isn't engaged correctly.
All right. Interesting. So let's see. We did 1, 2, 3, 4. We did 1, 2. We did 1, 2, 3. We did 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's try 2 and 3.
With 2 and 3, nothing happens.
Nothing. I'm assuming they're all just reporting this back.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
just
I
easier
am not
this way,
role playing that fucking
2
shit.
and 4.
Yeah.
2
Otherwise, I'm
and
gonna
4.
roleplay every shit that I take, and yes, robots do shit if they want to.
On command.
I have an ejection port. A dense black brick will be ejected.
Clunk.
It's
2
like
and
a
4,
piece of
Tom.
coal.
2 and 4, nothing happens.
Nothing again.
Nothing.
Oh wait, no, 2 and 4, 2 and 4, 2 and 4. Just A opens.
Okay.
Okay, so
well,
A
you can
opens.
see that yourself.
A opens, and everything else is closed. C.
Thomas, while I'm in here, can I do an investigation check on this area to my west?
To your
That's
west,
the ruby room.
the old.
No,
The
the
old
altar
altar?
thing. Yeah.
So looking at that altar, there's definitely something fishy about it.
Mm,
It's it's got little ridges and indentations on its surface. It looks like some of this may have been added much more recently.
okay.
Were the cubes in those rooms that I smelled butter in? Like, were they just like standing there and they just walked out?
They were just in there, yeah.
Now that I think about it, I was like, what's wrong with these cubed rooms?
Yeah, right? It makes
yeah.
more sense now that you think.
Okay, well, we tried 2 and 4 and nothing really significant happened. So let's try 3 and 4.
3 and 4. A stays open, D opens.
Has D ever been open? Yeah, D's been open before.
Oh, and B opens.
And B's open. Has B been open before? Oh, it was that one time. But did anyone check
Where the hell
inside
is
B? B
Yeah, I
is
went in there.
down and to the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
over here.
I went in there.
It's got another one of those weird little indentations. And yes, he actually did go in the room. It's like, doesn't look like there's anything in there. You went.
I want to take a.
So that's where the
closer
other
look at
cube
it.
was?
No, I don't think so.
Otherwise, I would have been consumed if there was another cube in there.
Yeah. 'Cause he was all-
No, one
It's an
cube was
empty
in the-
cube hole.
One cube was in the top room, and one cube was in the room with.
Alright, well, nothing really we can do with that, so...
Do I see anything in there of any?
No, but there is still that square, that big square on the floor. That looks like something might happen there, or that it appears to have some kind of significance. It's not just regular flagstones.
Gotcha.
Okay, so anybody want me to step on them maybe, or put throw rock?
Well, did
Wait a
we
minute, I don't have
we
to-
had a couple of combinations where something wanted to engage but couldn't. I gotta wonder.
I was thinking
if
about
this
that
thing
earlier.
can
Maybe it's
engage.
one of these spots here,
Yeah,
and I
it
could
seems
use.
likely.
I was
I
just
could
gonna go
use
through the
mage hand.
possible...
Oh, there you
I
go.
could push down for 10 feet or for 10 pounds on it.
10 pound.
Might
Yeah,
be
is that enough?
So
Well, you give it a shot.
I just did.
All right.
so
cool.
pushing down on it with 10 pounds of force, it wobbles a little bit and yields. There's definitely a mechanism here. Something happens. Yes, it might drop down, it might rise up, but it's definitely designed to move, and not just like disintegrate, like actually physically move up and down.
Gotcha.
Okay. So what should we do with that then?
Do you want to try to do that while Lily engages one of those previous two combinations?
Yeah, try that.
Let's try that.
You've also still got that ruby room. That was never.
Did we hear anything from Roxian from that end?
No, he's meddling with the altar still.
Oh, okay.
There's just nothing going on. There's this whole plan thing, and this is just taking too long. I'm just really bored. I'm not what you call a thinker or a planner.
Well, we only have a few combinations to go, so...
Yeah.
So what, you want me to go into the ruby room?
Yeah, what could go wrong?
I go to the edge of the ruby room and look up. And around. Are there any windows? Is there any holes?
So in the ruby room, there's 4 big pillars surrounding the elaborate altar that the ruby was set on. It's a big stone pedestal, and it had an indent that was holding the ruby directly upright. That's it's deep enough that if you set the ruby in there and turned it, it would almost turn like a screw, perhaps.
Spellulon, come in here. We need you to sit on something.
Possibly also in rotate.
It's an altar for you, Spellulon.
Yeah, no.
There's an image. There's an
He's
image
like-
of you.
I would say put the ruby in there, but the ruby's probably pretty valuable.
We are not leaving without this ruby.
I agree.
I don't want to put the ruby back. That ruins everything.
We have like a rock. Did someone bring a rock in here? We can just
We got lots of rocks
There's
over here.
plenty of rubble.
Yeah, we'll just put the rubble onto it.
Yeah. And the B room button too, so you don't have to maintain a mage hand on it. Unless it's supposed to lift. It's hard to tell, I guess.
Well, I can pull on it for 10 pounds as well.
Yeah, maybe.
I can molest it any way you want.
Just diddle it slightly.
Yeah.
So, no, it seems like, yeah, we should try engage one of those combinations and then set basically a...
You don't want to try the rest of
Pushing
the
the
combinations we can do without pushing any other extra mechanism?
I mean, you can if you want.
I would prefer to go through all the combinations and then mess with things and add in some things. I'm a brute force kind of guy. I just like to brute force these kind of puzzles.
Mhm.
Plus, I'm
That's fair
just
enough.
curious what happens with all the comment. I didn't get attacked. I didn't take any damage in that fight, so.
Take
Me
5
neither.
you're like, whatever.
Alright, so what are we doing? Are we gonna go through the rest, or are we gonna...
I'd rather just go through the rest.
Alright,
To make this easier, the rest simply open combinations of A, B, C, and D.
So none of
okay,
these
so
open up
E and F
F.
will never open.
Yeah.
Alright,
the-
let's try this.
trying all the combinations yields that E and F never open.
At least not without something
That's
else. Okay.
stupid.
All right. Well, that's fine. Then that means that we need to engage B or something else. Or the B room.
I'll just set it to the
What?
optimal combination. There you go. So
Yeah.
A, B, and C, A, B, C, and D are all open, which is the optimal combination. That you
So
could've
all
found.
all four of them pushed down.
Yeah, all 4 of them push down.
Okay.
Alright.
Did we run an investigation check on the B room?
I think Spellulon did.
That's
you
where I
like it.
was. There's also the A room, which I guess looks like the same thing.
Yeah, it looks like the same kind of thing.
Yeah. Is there anything
Alright,
in there?
so let's try.
The floor and walls are much cleaner. Than almost like mirror clean, but that's probably because there was a slime in here slowly, acid polishing the floors.
Ah, those
Yeah.
are the bugs we saw.
I need one of those to come clean my house.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
Just scour it.
Well, the bugs were to indicate that there wasn't a slime in there.
Oh. Well.
But there's
Then I
no
was
bugs
wrong.
in there now.
There's still bugs in the other room.
In the one on the top of the stairs.
Is
There's,
that
that was the one where bugs were.
No, this one is the
This
bug
one.
okay? That one still got the bugs in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Hey, Spellula, want to come kill some bugs with us?
Move your flame
sure,
sphere
whatever.
in here.
Yeah, move your
No,
flame
I'm not
sphere in
wasting
here.
a spear in that.
Yeah.
Let's go stomp on this. I don't know.
like
What if
a
we try pushing all these little depressible stones in each one of these rooms?
It
Or
doesn't
something.
look like they push down. It doesn't look like these are switches or buttons. It looks like these are the end result mechanism.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hmm.
So that leaves the only thing that we haven't really messed around with is the ruby pedestal, which apparently is a mechanism. Oh yeah, there's also this little room down here that
There
seems
is
to do
indeed that
nothing.
little room.
Now that I'm looking
Little
for it,
room.
is there? How clean is this room?
The floor there is again quite clean.
Okay, so that's where it is.
And as you lean down to inspect the floor, you feel a small draft coming from the south wall.
Okay, I'm gonna
And you smell more
talk on it.
garlic bread.
You gotta do a spell on your red.
It's a true RPG style. It is a much different clink than the walls on either side of it.
Okay, well, I guess we'll start pounding on it. I don't know. Let's try to open it up.
So it does seem rather difficult to open, but you can tell it does budge a little bit after some pounding, and you can tell this is some kind of door. It looks like it slides down from above. I think it's a slab that's pulled by a pulley somehow.
Okay. Anybody have any ideas of what could activate it, or a reasonable way to break it down?
I mean, I think we've tried pretty much all the buttons that we know about so far. Yeah.
Well, nobody was looking at this room when we were trying the combinations.
Yeah, that's true. Can we just real quick?
You try all the combinations again, and the door doesn't open to any of them.
Okay.
Mm,
So
Can
nothing
we
on that
brute
end.
force this door open?
No, it probably weighs just over a ton. It's a big old piece of rock.
can't try
Okay.
to crit it.
No, no, rapier crits do very little against rock.
I didn't.
Yeah,
say
generally
rapier.
speaking.
Anybody
I'm not
bring a
gonna punch-
pickaxe?
I'm not gonna
What about
punch rock.
thunder cannons? How do thunder cannon crits do against rocks?
Probably still not great.
Yeah, probably not incredible.
This is like a fucking AWM, man. It's like an anti-artillery. It's an anti-vehicle fucking gun. Alright.
So that leaves one last thing to try. Oh wait, there is one other thing we could do. We forgot about the hole in the floor, way up in the starter room, or
The
the
collapse
second room.
room?
Yeah. What's down in there?
Which room?
Can I
the
see
collapsed
anything?
room. The down. It's very dark. Looking down in there, you see that there's probably more to this ruins complex down there. But
I
it looks to be,
I can bend over and look 120
It looks
feet
to be-
down.
it looks to be at least 80 or 90 feet down.
Oh, that's pretty far.
Yeah.
So that's just
This
like
is some kind of shaft that's leading down there, and it doesn't look like there's any light or anything down there. You just hear vaguely spooky noises coming from it.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Not the kind of stuff you want to interact with, generally speaking, though.
No.
What happens
Untold
if I cast
horrors.
a minor illusion of a really obnoxious bright sounding object? Bright
A
and
bright sounding object.
I'm too many words at once.
Is it right over
Words.
the center of the?
I put it as far down as I can. I don't know what to.
30 feet.
I put it 30 feet. Yeah, it is a strobe light, a disco strobe light.
So something as it gets to about 50 feet down, you see something very, very large. You can't tell if it's tentacly or maybe like insectoid segmented,
Oh,
but something whips out of part of that shaft and takes a swipe at it before whipping back in.
yeah. Let's not
Let's
ever
go
go
the
there.
other way.
I shoot down there.
Come on, Eric.
There's a
Don't
bang
provoke
and
it.
faint rumbling. So it looks like there's something fishy with the altar, and there's something very intricate and different about this pedestal.
Once again, are we?
Do a blood sacrifice on the altar.
Is that really necessary? Like 100% necessary? It doesn't seem like it's necessary.
You don't know. We don't know what's necessary.
I mean, you're
Does
not
it look
wrong.
like there have been blood sacrifices on this altar before?
Make an investigation check.
There's always blood sacrifices.
There does look like there's a little bit of blood on that altar. Come to think of it,
God damn it! Why do you encourage
it's
this?
old,
Thomas?
but it's not that old.
Hey, Roxanne, give me a knife.
Pardon, I was like taking a nap because like nothing's been done. I'm just kind of like laying down.
Oh, never
like,
mind. I have a
sorry.
hand axe. I don't need your knife. I take my hand axe, and what part of my arm do I want to cut?
You want to cut upper side of the forearm.
Upper side of the forearm. Let's do that.
Yeah,
Make us-
people cut the palms. Oh, don't ever do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You don't want to ever cut the palm.
Oh,
yeah.
you never cut the
How you gonna hold
palms.
things now? You don't need the upper part of your forearm. So I cut a little bit on the upper side of my forearm, just enough for like a little trickle of blood to fall down onto the altar.
So you dribble some
I have,
little
my,
trickle.
I have my rapier out.
You dribble a little trickle of blood on the altar, and oddly enough, it immediately disappears. However, then nothing happens, which is odd for two reasons. One, that old blood looks like it stayed there instead of just disappearing, and two, you thought something was going to happen.
Oh, no
Right,
shit,
yeah.
the blood disappeared. It like drank it up.
Hmm.
How much more blood do you want?
Right? It does sound like it's like it
Blood
would
for the
need
blood god.
More, but I don't want to be the one to push that forward because.
Hey,
it's sort of
robot,
like-
you look like you have some vials of blood. Do you have some blood?
Not an
Look at my
unreasonable
goddamn
assumption.
inventory. I don't have any bottles of blood.
I don't have any blood.
All right.
I have a watermelon-sized ruby.
I've got a spider key.
I got a blue gem, that crystal
We
skull,
already used that.
Yeah, I
and
already used
I got
the
a
blue
gold
gem.
bone box. I have a tinder box. Are you saying to light it on fire?
No, come on, where do I put shit that's important, guys? Like, where if this were an
Oh.
adventure game, where would your where
Oh yeah, we
where
had a
would your
strange
inventory
dagger.
be?
We had a strange dagger.
When did we
Covered
get
in
that?
blood. I don't
You got it
remember
off
if we
the
got that.
you got it off the head cultist.
Oh yeah, okay, that
I'm
makes
back.
sense.
When
Alright,
was
so
that?
maybe-
Like in
maybe
the
use
first
that.
first game?
No, it's like the third session.
But that was like in real time. It was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All
Well,
right,
give me
so
that
let's-
dagger then.
Yeah, use that.
Also, the description is important here.
Yeah, it had recent blood on it. Does it
Shape
still have
isn't
warm
exactly
blood on
conducive, though it works
Yes,
well in a
that
ceremonial
blood is-
fashion.
And that blood is still warm and wet and dripping.
Oh,
it? That's real weird. After like.
All right,
fucking an
I
hour
pull
or
out
2
I
days
pull
ago.
out the strange dagger, and I go, "Hey guys, this has just been making a lot of mess in my pants. Apparently, it's just been leaking blood out of it for no strange reason, and I didn't notice all of the pints and pints of blood running down my leg.
You just assumed you wet yourself.
That's not how magic works.
I don't know anything about magic. Magic's not
It
my
works in
forte.
the way that's most convenient for the person running the game.
Mhm.
touch the old blood, Steve. Touch it.
I hand you the strange dagger.
I touched the old blood with the dagger.
So when you touch the old blood with the dagger, the whole thing shudders, and the blood spreads out in a spidery pattern on the altar, and it slowly forms words.
What
And it
do-
says, "The key to the door is light as a feather, but
Says
not even a
Doofus was
troll
here.
can hold it for long.
What was it?
The key to the door is light as a feather, but not even a troll can hold it for long."
Mhm.
Fire?
Fire.
It's my idea.
That's my only idea right now.
Acid
Silver.
or fire?
It might be silver. No, silver's not light.
Your breath.
Ah,
Hold your breath
Ah.
and walk through the door.
Mhm.
That's how you get a big knot on your head.
You're welcome to try it.
Which door, though?
All of them. We needed to.
I hold my breath and walk through E.
Nothing happens. Well, okay,
I'm
nothing
through
happens.
the door. See?
It's like, fuck you. Get back here.
God damn it! You cheating son of a bitch.
I enter the wall.
Well, which wall?
All of them. What's it? So what was here? I wasn't paying attention. What was going on here?
So, did you hold your breath and,
Yeah.
okay. Hang on.
And then water pulls down. Falls down and fills the room up.
Maybe I don't know. What else can a troll not hold?
And, as you hold your breath and touch the door, it smoothly pulls up into the ceiling.
Mm.
You guys are
Revealing
lame.
a
I don't know
new
how you couldn't
passageway.
get that riddle. That riddle was super easy.
I didn't want to make it like a hard ass fucking riddle.
No,
but,
no,
like,
no. I was mocking
yeah.
them. I wasn't mocking
What
you.
are the first 18 digits of Avogadro's number? Like, you know.
I mean, it's not hard to find. It's hard
No,
to
it's just
justify.
obnoxious. Like,
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a small
Alright.
room. I probably, before I go into this room, does this room look particularly clean like the other ones?
they do, but there's
Mm.
not slimes in them.
Yeah.
I see. I'm keeping an eye and nose out for some slime. Bloop, 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 bloop. Ooh, it's a maze. Ooh, another altar. Or at least it looks like an altar, or maybe it's a tomb, a crypt.
Yes, it certainly seems like it's an altar with a chest on it.
Ooh, what kind of chest?
It's heavy stone.
Hmm.
Yeah, slate gray, but it's not slate.
Any chunks of rocks near here?
No, there are no chunks of rock.
Anything
nearby.
in the ground I could pick up? Not even a pebble?
No, there's pebbles.
Alright, I'm gonna take a pebble and throw it at the chest.
Okay, it bounces off, but makes a strange sound when it does, like a poing.
So it didn't stick to it. Okay, that's good.
Hey, Thomas.
Yes.
Not a
This is
mimic.
This is probably just a glitch, but when I'm standing here, I can see like a sliver of light that goes from that corner down to like downward towards the right?
It's
something I'm
just a
supposed
dynamic
to be
lighting error.
noticing?
Hang on, let me fix it.
No, it's fine. I don't care. I wanted
Huh,
to make sure that I
that's
wasn't
interesting.
like,
I don't see that.
missing an obvious clue or something.
No.
Like, oh,
It's
there's a hole here.
there. It
Alright.
should be fixed for you.
Probably. Let me see. Let me go back over. Yeah,
I don't see what you're seeing. That's weird.
it's gone
Wait.
now.
Sometimes that happens differently for different people. I don't know why. Maybe it's like a web GL thing.
Probably.
So I
it
do- I
probably
just-
has to do with the simulation effect being done.
So just FYI, my detect magic's still active, I believe. So is there
Yes.
anything magical coming from the chest?
Yes.
There is. What nature of magic is it?
It's
At the word chest, my ears are ringing.
You're not even in the room.
He can
I
hear
would like
someone
to
mention
know-
treasure from 600 nautical miles.
I
You're
would like
right.
to know what school of magic it is.
Mhm.
No, it is. It's an enchantment. It's actually. It looks like there's multiple enchantments going on in that general area.
Sounds like treasure to me.
Yeah.
Hey guys, there's a magically enchanted chest over here.
Indeed.
Chest?
Yeah.
I bang my
He
head on
says
the
it-
door,
He
not
says
knowing how to get.
He says he says as he's halfway through the door, and then the door closes.
Ugh,
on
yeah,
him.
it's like,
He's
oh, ow, ow, ow.
Okay, so are all the rooms like? Can I just assume from now on all the rooms are polished like cubes go through here all the time?
Yes, oozes seem to traverse this dungeon fairly freely because the
Lovely.
floors are all very like mirror polish, very smooth.
Okay. Be cautious where you go then. Don't just go charging around because you don't want to walk headfirst into one.
Okay. That room looks empty, but just in case, I'm
Hey
gonna
guys,
fire a
where'd you
bullet
guys
in it.
go?
Just in case, I'm gonna shoot a bullet into that room. You know, never know. You never know.
Ow.
I was just gonna take my spear and
There.
like prod the
They're over
air
here.
in front of me as I make my way around this room, just to make sure there's no cubes.
I
Where's
shoot
the-
another shot into the room below me, just in case.
Yep, nothing there.
Okay.
It stays around for wedging itself in a wall.
Ding, ding, ding.
How dare you imply my bullets are weak? That they would ricochet before just embedding in the first wall they hit. All right. So those are empty rooms. Empty rooms are never empty for no reason. So be careful.
Yeah, well, they probably.
My map's really suffering here, by the way.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah, when you're like, I'm gonna draw a map of it, I was like, Godspeed.
Right?
Yeah, let's go back and get this. So this is the room right here. So this goes down a little bit. Here, you guys explore while I draw this map.
Okay. So, what do we want to do about? Is this the chest you were talking about? Right there?
Yeah, that's the chest.
Yes.
Do you want to break into it?
Excuse me. I'm gonna sneeze first.
It's magically enchanted. I told you
Yeah,
guys.
it seems dangerous, but when does that ever stop?
I just got here.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems dangerous, but yeah, it's worth a try.
Worth a try of what? What are you gonna do to it?
I don't know. Poke it with a stick until it opens, man.
We are pretty good at that.
Yeah, that's pretty much all we do.
Why don't you try poking it with a spear then? Just poke it.
I poke it with the butt end of the spear.
So you poke it, and it again makes that like boink boink sound. That's like it's much lighter and like ringier than stone would
Mhm.
normally be.
Mhm.
Almost like hitting a bell.
But it looks like it's stone.
Yes, it definitely appears to be stone.
Weird.
Mm,
Weird. All right.
So it's a stone chest of some kind. All right. Well,
pillar.
is it lidded like towards me or towards the main room side?
It's lidded towards the side of the main room.
Okay.
Hey, what are the?
They,
Is,
like, loop,
is this
like
by
a-
chance coffin shaped, or could it be a tomb?
You know what? It certainly could be.
Okay.
I would not describe
Yeah.
a coffin as a chest.
I'm sorry, what?
I would not describe a coffin to look like a chest. I'm speaking to Thomas on this.
No,
It says
no,
like
No,
a.
it's not
that-
so much a chest, but
the
look at it.
the altar that it is sitting on, on much closer inspection, certainly does seem to be, like it has a lid, like a lip and an overhang.
Mm.
and it does seem like it could very easily contain a coffin or a corpse.
It's a mummy king. Get away from it. It's a mummy
We
lord.
can
rather.
take it.
Yeah.
I don't think we can take a mummy lord.
Well, I'm willing to see you die trying.
All right.
Thomas, is there any way I could sneakily try and crack this thing open while no one's looking?
You certainly can try.
You can
I
roll
was
your
saying.
these
I
tools.
mean, I'm already looking at it, so that's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm
invisible,
just
but-
staring at it. So
Alright,
I mean,
well, I'm just
look-
like, you know what? We're here to take shit and take names.
Yeah, it just.
And I crit on both!
Wow, he
Okay,
crit
then.
both.
I...
Dang.
So he did a double crit fail and a double crit success.
Success.
But this
Man.
time, this is when the success really matters.
All right, let me look up what that does. Hang on, I have to go through my notes.
Thomas,
this is
Thomas again is like, they're not gonna roll a 25 DC or 30. Oh, and they.
Just give me 1 second, guys. I'll look this shit up. Hang on. I know I had this does in here.
I actually do have a decent map going though.
damn it, I was eating a hot dog and then some of the ketchup came out of the back of the hot dog and got all into my fucking beard. God.
That's pretty glorious.
Truly
Sure.
the worst feeling in the world. Like, I'm right there with you. I hate that shit.
In fact,
Yeah.
I'll be
It's
for
worse
the
with chili dogs, and then you just look like you pooped out your mouth.
Mhm.
for the third time. I'll be right back. I gotta wash my hands and beard.
Dang, dude. Whatever you're eating must be messy
Just
as
can't
fuck.
keep it
He
together.
just said he was eating a hot dog.
Yes.
Sometimes it just shoots out the back.
You're right. Maybe you just get covered in shit. I don't know.
That's too funny.
All right, so I think. Okay. What?
Can't believe
Okay,
a
no.
double crit.
'Cause it's just disadvantage too.
Oh, it was with disadvantage?
Mhm.
I just blew that open.
Tough shit.
Thomas was like, yeah, this is never gonna happen.
It's even a disadvantage.
All right. Okay. So you after much experimenting, you hear you hear a series of clicks and feel your lockpick vibrate a little bit,
Mhm.
as though it's picked up some energy from somewhere.
Mhm.
You go ahead, stick that into the lock and turn it, and it actually does turn. By the way, the lock is certainly unusual looking. It's spherical, like you're supposed to put an orb into it or something.
Weird.
About the size of a small fruit or a ping pong ball.
I wonder if that skull is supposed to go in there. I
No,
wonder how big that is.
you think if the skull is the size of a ping pong ball.
I don't know. It doesn't say, does it?
No, the skull is the size of a human skull.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
It doesn't-
That would take
Oh.
a lot of magic to get it to jam it in there.
Okay, well, it doesn't
no.
say what size it is, so I didn't know. I was like, maybe it's small. Whatever.
and it-
Doesn't matter.
And it does vibrate and something clicks. However, it does still stay closed.
Mm. Interesting.
You didn't beat the
doesn't-
enchantment. Unfortunately, you can't crit magic.
Mm.
Can I inspect
I'm
it?
really upset.
Let me inspect the chest and see if I can figure out what went wrong.
I'm just standing
Yeah.
there in disbelief because I'm like, that felt good from start to finish.
You're right.
So I can either do a history check on it, or you can make it do some other kind of check on it.
Go ahead and make a Arcana check.
Arcana?
Mm.
Pretty good at Arcana.
Interesting.
19. So yeah, so this chest is now unlocked. However, unlocking a physical lock does very little when there's also magical forces holding this lid closed, as well as doing as well as doing what are probably a variety of other things to
I
this
try,
chest.
and I try. So I'm gonna try and explain that to a Roxanne in like words that he can understand.
It's small words with lots of pictures.
It's
I'm
like
not an idiot. I just don't
like
understand magic.
Araxian.
I'm not
like-
a moron. I know
I
how
like put a
magic.
hand on his shoulder. I was like, "You did good. You did a good job. Okay, you did okay. You unlocked the chest. It's just the magic's holding it closed. You know, it's not your fault. It says nothing about your inadequacies.
This happens to all men once in a
This
while.
happens to all
They
people,
think
all
they picked
thieves,
the
all
lock, and then
thieves.
the lockpick's just not working today.
Mhm.
Is there any like writing on the chest? or
I
anything?
know I was right. Like I knew I did everything right. I just like take a step away from it. I'm just like it just like this is fucking stupid.
And now I shoot it with my gun.
All right.
It's funny you mentioned writing. There is some writing in what you realize is probably draconic.
Hey,
on
I
the
can read
chest.
that.
Yes,
What does it say?
it says "Feed me, my brother."
Feed me my brother. That's a simple riddle.
Hmm.
Feed the chest his brother.
Are you googling this? Oh no,
No.
okay. I was like, it's not, I made this shit up. This is not like
Okay, so I've mapped out all pretty much everything we can find. By the way, down bottom, there's just a bunch of empty rooms. There might be some switches in those rooms I haven't investigated. This way, there's another to the right. There's another door which I have labeled G, which I have not labeled on the map.
Indeed.
And above there is some paths to go further east. I didn't want to go too far because Thomas would get angry at me if I go too far without letting him know.
It's
So
all
I got
good.
to about like right here, and and I see another door. Okay.
You're way down there.
Let me draw that. There's a room here.
Wow.
H. All right. I'm gonna just look really closely
Oh.
before I go in this room, Thomas.
This
Is there
leads back
anything
in.
does it
there's
look
no,
dangerous?
there's no. So I'm going to assume that you're actively looking for blinds at this point.
Okay.
But once you're actively looking for them, like specifically being very cautious, they are much easier to spot.
Okay. Is there anything in this room? There's a lot of empty rooms like this. Does this room look like anything?
It does. So a lot of these rooms look like either old lodgings. You can see bolts where old bunks were bolted to the wall at one point, and have since been either hollowed out or slowly disintegrated.
I see.
So
So it's kind of like that. It's like another old prison, underground prison, similar to one we were in before.
yes, except like what you surmised before was that this was perhaps some old temple.
All right.
Hmm.
So monks were like living here, like that priest or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's another door. Gotta draw that one.
Yeah, and you see the remains of like candle sconces on the walls that again have been slowly through the passage of time by many slimes.
Hmm.
All right. So we're up to I on doors now.
Mhm.
Well,
Hmm.
we have two options from here. We're not going to get any further unless we figure out how to open these doors. Now we can go back to the switches, send someone back to the switches, and go through all the combinations and report back where'd my label go?
That's going to be
Finally.
increasingly difficult to do just because of how far it is.
Also,
Really
those
big
switches
chain.
probably don't open these doors.
Yeah, that's really.
I'll save
far
you an
of a
incredible
distance.
amount of time.
Yeah. So, Hmm.
Or we can try and look for more mechanisms, or we can play with the ruby again. That's always the option.
I'm still trying to figure out what this is supposed to mean. The feed me my brother thing. So, if it is like a corpse thing, is it like, do we have to find another corpse somewhere and stick it in here? 'Cause
Well,
that
it's egg shaped, or it's ball shaped. It's circular,
Yeah.
And-
Hey
and
Thomas.
it's in draconic. So I'm assuming it's some sort of egg that we have to
Yeah,
find.
I happen to have a mysterious egg.
Hmm.
Well, I guess we'll stick the egg in there. What happens?
So the egg is actually
Wait,
much
when
too
did you
large
get
to
a
fit in there.
mysterious egg?
In the cobalt nest.
Yeah. All right. Well. All right. So never mind about that then.
Wait, what? I thought Thomas said, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, I said you can try it, and then as it turns out, the egg is too large to fit in that hole.
Ah,
That must not be what it's referring to.
that specific egg.
Yeah. I don't know if we have any others.
Are there any key items that we're missing here?
Maybe it's at the bottom of that pit.
What's in this room, Tom?
That one.
Right? Or either
So
of these. Some between both.
those rooms. One is a. It looks like it wants to have those same up and down pedestal plates.
Wants to?
But they're not moving and they're rusted over and clearly non-functional and have been for some
Oh,
time.
jeez.
What happens if I cast Mending on him 500 times?
That's a good question because I also have mending.
They
So
will be
we each do
they will be
250.
they will be handily polished up, but the whatever mechanism is controlling them will not be restored by mending.
Too broken and probably too far away from the actual plate in question. I gotta wonder though, could we like remove them and directly jigger whatever they're supposed to?
If you have construction equipment with you, you can.
Okay, no,
They are
so we don't.
pretty big old heavy flagstones.
Gotcha. Okay, so we need heavier duty shit than that.
Yeah, each one is about 2 feet in diameter.
I see.
Well, all that's left is the ruby then.
We're not taking out the ruby. Why would the ruby be the first thing you get in the dungeon?
It's
It
not
wasn't supposed to be the first thing.
Alright.
Thomas didn't expect it to be the first thing we got.
Well, he made the rest of the dungeon in response to it.
And these rooms are just like
no, I
these
didn't.
two rooms.
I have not touched this dungeon
No,
since
so
last
I'm
week,
saying-
or since 2 weeks
And
ago.
I'm like, listen, why would anyone put the key for all the fucked up shit you're trying to hide in the first place you could get it?
Right.
Why not just have like their own key? Like, why would they leave it there?
What are you afraid of? Why would you think the ruby's gonna like up and run away?
Yes.
That's exactly what he's afraid
That's
of.
exactly what I'm afraid of.
The ruby grows tiny crystalline legs and meow.
So Tom, this room also has those markings. Is that just like a trait of the dungeon, or is that like indicating something?
Markings?
Yeah.
So those markings, those do indicate, that something was once in this room that is there no longer. It looks like, this is very old and has, only in recent years started to be repurposed for things. So there's a lot of empty rooms that whoever made this anew really didn't see a use for. That room, however, does look like it did hold a large number of coffins in the past. You can see their outlines on the floor. Looks like somebody shuffled them out.
I assume that these circles right here are braziers.
Yeah.
Yes, they're braziers, and they've got a small slot in each of them in the center.
What kind of slot?
Put top down, like where you'd normally
Put a
so like
torch?
in the very center, it's a small rectangular slot.
Hmm.
Hey, I think I'm going to take a long rest and regenerate my spells here while these guys look around at this shit. And
You're
then I'll
taking
be
an
able
8-hour rest. You think it's
Yep. In the bottom of the dungeon, that's right. Seems fine to me.
that does not seem like we're gonna get 8 hours before something happens.
That's
no,
usually
8
how
hours
you
is
die.
kind of pushed into the little here.
Okay. I guess I'll just look at that fucking book then.
Read the book then. Do it. Comprehend all languages and read the book.
I don't have a spell slot.
You can cast it at level 2.
That's
Good
right,
cast
I could.
at level 2.
I do. And I
Extra,
do.
extra understand.
Yeah. That's right.
So as you inspect the book, you hear the ancient tome. You hear a muffled voice from inside your campuses.
Did someone say book?
Fuck you.
No one
No.
said book. Shut up.
I love books.
Doofus,
Fine.
you are not part of the party, okay? You are an NPC injected into our lives.
I mean,
Can his sphere fit inside of that coffin tomb?
Can we put him in the coffin?
oh my god, if this is the tomb. of
Oh my
this
god,
person,
we
that'd be
could feed him.
fantastic.
We could feed him to the chest.
No,
We might as well try it. We can't hurt, right?
it's just too
Okay.
large to fit. I have now decided because I didn't expect to try and feed Thufus to the chest.
I don't understand why you wouldn't assume that we're gonna do that. Honestly,
That's the
It just
problem.
seems
He's
obvious in
he's trying to
retrospect.
plan the game that he wants, and he doesn't realize that we're all assholes and idiots.
yeah, pretty much.
So, all right.
Some of us are both.
What do we figure out about this book?
What did you just say? I'm sorry. I still had a.
Well, he comprehends all languages and he's reading the book. So what
Yeah,
does he
and
learn?
also Thufus is there. So, what's Sir Doofus say?
Yeah. It turns out Thufus is as he's more than eager to tell you, is an arcane and ancient language expert, and more than capable of comprehending this book, especially since it's his book.
Oh, it's his book. I had forgotten that because there's been such
It
a
was
gap
in the chest.
time. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Well, okay. So,
What's the book say, motherfucker?
Well,
Hang on, my fucking microphone just like tilted itself. What the?
It's not
Your
gonna be as good
microphone's
as when he
set.
spilled the water on himself.
Oh no, nothing will ever be as funny as when I spilled the water on myself. That was like next level.
well,
Full lulz mode.
this book, you see, is, I believe anyway, the key to defeating the Harbinger and the Elder Gods all at the same time.
Well, that seems important.
It is,
Go
however, lacking a certain something,
Hmm.
like, actually, how to do it?
namely most of its pages, yes.
Hey, didn't
Yes,
we
it was-
find pages?
Yes, we found mysterious
Pages, you
pages.
say?
Can you put it in the book? Will it magically become part of the book again?
Let's find out.
So you pull the pages out that you previously found, and hold them closer to the book, and they shiver and then get sucked right into the book. And as you do that,
Wow.
a little tiny bit of color gets restored to the leather. And some very small patterns start to appear on it.
Seems like we just fed those pages to its brother.
Did we solve the riddle?
No, the chest does not open.
God damn it! Oh, I am fixated on opening this thing. To beyond all detriment, I am fixated on this.
What are you willing to sacrifice?
I'm
lot of
willing,
things.
not anything but the ruby.
That sounds about right.
Try
The
putting your
ruby's not
testicles in
even-
it.
Why am I even asking Roxanne for position? I'm the one who has the ruby right now.
I'm so surprised nobody's tried sticking their dick in the hole yet.
Well,
That's what I'm
well,
telling
as-
you guys to
as-
do right
I don't.
now.
as-
I don't
as
have a
we've-
dick.
As we've heard multiple times, it would be too big for the opening.
I don't think so.
Hey,
You're a
yo.
robot, you don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't have a dick.
Only one of us has external genitals. We're all looking at you, Roxanne. Come on, pony up. How much do you want to open this chest?
I'm not sticking my dick in it.
Put your dick in it.
I wanted to put its dick in me.
Oh, hey yo.
All right, so I'm not gonna ask Roxanne's permission while they read the book. I'm not interested.
I'm not reading the book.
You're gonna take his dick out and put it in. No.
No, I have the ruby in my bag, so I don't need a
true, you
Roxanne's
do.
permission.
Yes, go put it in the thing.
Well,
Alright, well,
what
I
are
don't.
they
I don't.
doing with the book?
I don't see him do it. I'm just fixated on this thing.
It's like he's like hitting it with a little chisel, like
Well, I was
fiddling
gonna
with
let-
the lock again.
Yeah, I was gonna let Doofus do his little explanation of the book since Thomas is so excited to use the Doofus voice
I
again.
love doing
Right?
the Doofus voice, man.
So just explain the book like you were doing.
Yeah,
All
go
right,
for
baby.
it.
I had to get in the sip of water because the Doofus voice like physically causes me pain.
Causes me pain too.
Shut up, Desiree.
Got
No one
him.
needs your fucking commentary.
Oh,
Harsh.
someone's sleeping on the couch.
What?
Savage, man.
Oh yeah, so yeah, then butter me up by asking me relevant questions about beer glassware. I see how this is.
That's how she gets
Um,
you.
Also, there's your pants.
Oh, I found my pants. It would go in this one. There's another one of these. In
Yeah,
there
I
somewhere.
know.
Yeah, we should put
No, 'cause you gotta put all that other stuff.
that- Oh. All right. All right. Never get married.
So I've heard.
He just wants to save you all for himself. That's why.
Yeah. See. Fucking.
So, yeah,
I'll take her. If you don't want her, I'll take her.
In an attempt to sum things up quickly and not waste the party's time.
Ah, fantastic. See, after you put those pages in, the book became more legible. Not yet legible, obviously, but more legible. We can almost make out bits and pieces here and there. I think once we have the rest of the pages, then we'll be able to understand this book in full. You can even see the beginnings of the title on the cover.
Surprised our fucking mage isn't conceitedly bragging that he can understand all of it.
All right.
What's this called? What does that say? Norco Barbicon? What? I don't. That can't be right.
Sure.
Why is that a problem?
What?
It makes it sound like he just read something bad.
Orc barbecue is what I heard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
it-
much.
Barbecue.
Delicious.
It's
Yum.
so now that after you put those 2 pages in, flipping through the book reveals that it looks like it's probably written in your language, or the main language of whoever happens to be reading it.
Oh, so
However-
it's gonna be binary.
But yeah, well, so for you it would be binary, but it's only partial digits, as if someone wrote each letter a little bit.
So what are you telling me? There's like a 2 in there too. Also, that can't be.
A 2.
No such
It's
thing.
tried.
Start this
Trinary.
book right now. If there's a 2 in there,
It's
That's
from the
heresy.
dark dimension.
Yeah, just throws it deeper into the dungeon. We're out of here.
Right. Screw this.
Throws it into that collapsed hole in the room where all the tentacles were.
I spent years looking for those pages.
Well, they
didn't
just
look
kind of,
very hard, I guess.
they
You
just
should've
kind
went
of
back
fell
in
our
time.
lap.
Legend has it that the rest of the pages are concealed deep underground.
Go
What
on.
a coincidence. We're
They're a
also
closely
underground.
guarded secret underneath what they say is a haunted tree in an old temple.
We're
We're here.
in it, pal.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Problem already solved, right?
And then before Thufus can say anything else, I'm sure he's rolled back up in a pillowcase because everyone's sick of Thufus.
I'm not sick of him. I think he's funny.
We've been waiting for him to solve.
Thanks, Alex.
We've been waiting for him to just solve the puzzle here
Our
for us.
characters don't like Thufus.
We as
We
PC
love Thufus.
Yeah.
the players love Thufus. The PCs hate his guts.
He's like,
Boy, I'm
Although,
sure
I
it
don't
would be
think-
helpful to know what the fuck you were doing before you wandered into dungeons underground.
No,
and
that's what
once he starts
adventurers do.
like harshing on our vibe, we're like, okay, get the fuck out of here.
You're the one that's dead.
Yeah, I was thinking we'd put the dead wizard away now.
all right. So Eric, what would you like to do with this pedestal?
I want to put the ruby on it,
Okay.
the way it was
So-
originally.
When you pull the ruby out, you notice that all the faces are slightly different. And they have the draconic runes on them. So it's got 4 main faces the way it's cut, and it's got 1, 2, 3, and 4 on there, like the draconic runes for it.
Are you kidding me? Now we have another thing that's got 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Interesting.
I hate
But
this
when
game.
you place it on the pedestal, you notice that the numbers are the draconic runes for the numbers are slightly scrambled a little bit, and the whole pedestal looks like it turns if you put the ruby in it.
Okay, can we take a break? Because the person I'm dog sitting for just got here.
Yeah,
So I
sure.
need to go have her bring the dog up here.
All
Yeah,
right.
no problem.
It'll be like 10, 15 minutes.
That is totally fine.
Yeah.
All
Make
right.
Sorry.
sure good.
Recording
Stop recording
break,
for
right?
the-
Which is perfect because it's just at an hour.